My name is Linda Neely, and in this show I've done a lot of oil paintings, some drawings, and some mixed media. I like to work with coffee and ink, so there's some of that in here, and some have that all mixed together. I always used to draw and doodle as a kid and really never thought of that as even being art, but I think when I first started taking it seriously, I took a class up at Sierra College from John Michael Keating, who not only made me fall in love with the rest of the world that I'd never been to, but also artwork. I saw it as suddenly there's this really beautiful way I can learn about history, which was taking his art history classes. And then I was just kind of taking random classes because I love going to school. And that's when I decided to focus on art. And the first class I took was probably a drawing class. The mother-daughter project came about. My daughter let me read one of her poems. And this was pretty recently. I had no idea. I knew she kept journals, but I had no idea what all was in there. And she let me read a poem, and it just really blew me away. Just the imagery that it brought up for me. And I asked her if she'd let me paint one, and that's where it all started. Pretty much just Amber gave me a poem, and with each one of them, she gives me one, and I just start making notes of just any particular image that I feel like initially really has to be in this painting. I might highlight a couple of phrases in a poem until I really get an idea of what it's going to be and what even medium it's going to be. And then I create the piece. And as I'm getting towards the end of it, I ask Amber to give me another poem. I thought it would be really cool to reverse the process and present Amber with a painting and have her write a poem to go along with it. And I really thought that that would throw her off because I think that her poems are very much like stream of consciousness, or like what I feel like is channeling, very surrealistic, not like sitting down and planning or looking at something. So I kind of thought that would throw her off, and that's what this one was. And I think it's one of the best poems that she's written. So it came out really well. I was very pleased with it. This is a project I did a few years ago that was just, I wanted to really try to do some surrealism myself, because most of what I do is very kind of technical, and I try to make everything look just right. But I wanted to just slop some stuff around and see what happened. So, and also I had heard that I went to, I think it was Paris, and looked at, I went to Victor Hugo's house and looked at some of his paintings. And so between the two of those, I thought, well, I would try to just using ink and coffee, which was his mediums. I would try to just drizzle some of those mediums around, and it's kind of like how my charcoal pieces started, in that, yeah, at first it was just coffee and ink and stuff, but then I started kind of seeing things and making things go a certain way, and then you can tell really obviously, like if something looks like a building, I'll put some little stairs up in pen later. So it's certainly not that all of them just accidentally happened with these little places and things. And then probably over a year after I finished them, I found this little booklet of old photographs, and I cut out the pictures and put some of them in these, and then I really loved them. I just hope that people will come and read the poetry, because I think that even myself, when I go look at artwork, a lot of times I'll just kind of glance over whatever's written and just don't want to take up too much time or space and sit there and read the whole thing. But I hope that people will take the time to read them all, because they're the motivation, the inspiration for all these paintings. And they're really amazing. I have an Instagram page, and I pretty much post every painting or drawing, finished piece that I do on my Instagram, so it goes back a little ways. And I have a Facebook page that is called Linda Neely Fine Art. And I also have a website that is for my art coaching. I've done a few art coaching classes. I also taught at Chico State University a drawing class. So it's mostly about that, but most of my artwork's on there too.